This program is rated PG. It contains themes and scenes which may not be suitable for very young audiences. Parental guidance is advised.
Be advised that the views and opinions of the hosts and guests do not reflect those of the station.
Magandang gabi po sa inyo lahat. Welcome to our show, Heartbeat Live. I'm your host, Ray Orosa, and we will be together. Mag-usap tayo dito. Mga bagay na mahalaga para sa ating bansa. Nabubuhay tayo ngayon sa isang kalagayan na punong-puno ng peligro, full of danger, full of risks. And we have to have enough wisdom to be able to work our way wisely through this, itong magulong dagat na ating tinatahak, no? O yung landas na ating tinatahak. Iniisip naming ibalik dito si Mr. Lito Lorenzana, ang chairman po ng Centrist Democratic Party of the Philippines, and they are leading the fight for constitutional reform, for federalism, and for conversion into a parliamentary system. Kanya lang, alam naman natin na kailangang paghandaan yung mga bagay na yan. Kanya tatalakayin natin ngayon sa gabing ito, ang mga nagde-develop ngayon, una-una, yung nadidinig niyo sinasabi ni Presidente Duterte na baka mas gusto niya ang revolutionary government. Ngayon, ano ang ibig sabihin ng revolutionary government sa pagkaintindi ni Mr. Lorenzana? At pangalawa, paano natin ito ipagdidikit sa mga reforma na kinakailangan paghahanda sa federalismo at saka sa parliamentary system. Okay, so welcome, Kuya Lito.
Well, magandang gabi naman sa iyo, Ray, and I'd like to greet the people from Davao. Maayong gabi sa inyo tanan, sa Mindanao, sa Kabisayaan, sa mga Ilonggo, maayong gabi Ida. And also, I would like to congratulate the soldiers and the people of Marawi.
But of course, do you agree that the problem is not ended and that there are still a lot of risks that it might again bloom in other parts of Mindanao?
Yes, that's why the
or
president,
even nationally?
That's why I can understand the president, Ray, when he says that he doesn't want to lift martial law immediately. Okay? Maybe that is his reason to prevent a spillover from Marawi to the other provinces. Kakalat na ngayon ang gawan.
Okay, but if there is a spillover, these are going to represent types of spillover that are not mass-based. Why? Because basically, MNLF and MILF have basically stood on the sidelines.
Yes, that's right.
With respect to the Marawi problem. Okay? Hindi ba? So kung ganun ang nangyayari, hindi, in other words, we do not expect MILF or MNLF to become active in pursuing the goals of IS, because they don't want IS in Mindanao as well, or in the Muslim regions. Do you agree with that assessment, or do you think they want the IS there?
The IMF, the MILF and MNLF, MI and MN, kung tawagin natin silang dalawa, is that they are trying to follow, and they are following the path of peace, okay? A non-violent path ito, okay? They are not involved in Marawi. In the IS, on the other hand, wants to establish
an IS state.
An
Caliphate
Islamic
there.
state of caliphate. And they have even pronounced Hapilon as the emir. He's gone, and then the possible successor was this Malaysian
Terrorist also.
Terrorist, but apparently
Napatay din.
Napatay din. So kalat sila ngayon. Now, we in Mindanao, okay, I'm speaking now as a Mindanaoan, Mindanao noon. I am still worried and uncomfortable.
Okay.
Because you have to address the basic root, the root of the problem there. Okay?
Okay, but I have to tell you something. All right, we want to address the root problem, which is probably in all of Mindanao, especially the Muslim regions, the whole issue of poverty,
Oh,
the whole issue of lack of
social
education,
yes.
and a lack of governing ethic
Yes.
that is good for the people. I don't think that that's going to be very, very significant in terms of IS, because IS is not interested in any of that.
Of course.
They simply want to gain the power to control a certain amount of property or a certain amount of
A
land
territory, sabihin
or
natin yan.
territory. Okay? And that is irrespective of, and it would be representing rather, the most severe form of Islam.
Yeah.
So, kung ganun ang kalagayan doon, will the maintenance of martial law in the totality of Mindanao be appropriate? Or do you think they can afford to loosen
Well, I think the
some
president,
of the areas?
I think the president is already mulling over the possibility of loosening it in some areas, for example. But then, why should he telegraph his intentions? Okay? A good general cannot or must not telegraph his intentions. Keep them on their toes. Diba?
Well, sa akin kasi, like in the Marawi problem, kung titingnan mo, the one thing that I've always been wanting to look at is paano nakakapasok ang suporta, armas, pera at tao papunta sa Marawi. Why was Marawi not interdicted from the very beginning so that none of that could come in either from the sea, kasi ang likuran ng Marawi, dagat, sa yung lake, yung Lanao Lake, or from Lanao del Sur or Lanao del Norte.
Alam mo, this is what we call Monday morning quarterbacking.
Although this is a question I've been asking for the longest time.
Let's say, well, we are all very intellectual and we are all very correct in hindsight. That's why I think the government or our people, they are really investigating this. They're looking this into the why. Paano nakapasok. Anong mga interrelationship ng mga tao doon.
Well, they've made an admission of a failure of intelligence.
Yes, that said already. There was definitely a failure of
Because
intelligence.
they did not anticipate it.
Of course.
Okay. So dito ang question natin dito, can you maintain martial law in selected areas of Mindanao? You must also strengthen and improve your total intelligence network and ability to understand what's happening around that area where martial law might be maintained.
That goes without saying. I will agree with that. No? I will agree totally with that. It's a dual prong approach. You just don't maintain martial law because for the sake of martial law. You have to be able to work these out, to use martial law, and so be able to dig deep into the root of all of this, or even the immediate problems why our intelligence failed there. So, you know, look, I am not a soldier, Ray. We are not soldiers.
But you are a fighter.
We are fighters, but
Without guns.
we are guys. We are non-violent people. Di ba?
Oh.
And that in Marawi is an example of a violent upheaval, okay? Although kunti lang sila. Well, a lot of them were saying that there were foreign fighters. Well, there were probably a few, maybe a handful. But I don't even believe that there are really foreign fighters in droves that came up from Syria, because their theory, the American theory was that, or not the Western theory was that, since they are losing territory in the Middle East,
In Syria and Iraq.
in Iraq, and they are transferring to the Philippines. I don't agree with that. See,
They were too busy trying to defend themselves, I guess.
they were too busy trying to take care of their own butts. Ang labas nila doon is, let's try to survive there in Middle East and all that. Okay? But, however, this concept of jihad, this is not confined within a particular territory. Okay? See? So it is, it is overarching some of the Islamic, we are talking about Islamic terrorists here. Okay? So that is a problem, that is a phenomenon which just really emerged in the last maybe 10, 20 years. Okay? Now, some of the, if you look at some of the analysis, it's that one of the things that why this Islamic jihad came into picture is because right after September 11, the States, Bush decided to attack Middle East.
Yeah.
Kala mo kagaguhan niya.
And they create the ones that created ISIS.
Yes, there was the created ISIS in effect. Okay?
But all right. Now, the question that we have to say that is relevant is, would Marawi be a big consideration in terms of pursuing the reforms, constitutional and legal, that you are proposing in terms of our transition to a federal and parliamentary system?
In fact,
how much importance do you give that?
Very, very important. In fact, I am even hoping that the BBL will come first. The BBL will go through the process in Congress and in Senate.
Pero hindi ba sinubmit na nung peace process yung
pero,
details nun sa Kongreso?
Pero alam mo na ito yung mga congressmen, ating mga senator, hindi pa naman nila, they're not taking this, they have to be serious. Okay?
Well, maybe it's not a matter of seriousness as the point of the fact that since I believe a majority of Filipinos did not want BBL, that's why it never got passed before. So they're all also looking out to their political future.
Yeah, but they have
that
to understand.
Maybe if they come out now and campaign for BBL, ay baka hindi na sila iboto ng mga tao sa 2019.
It's always personal.
There's always a personal interest.
But we in Mindanao, we really have Christians and Muslim alike. We want this to push through. Okay? We have been
in its current form, because nobody has seen what the current form of the BBL is.
I know. But the BBL is a fruit of a negotiation between MNLF and the MILF against the Republic of the Philippines. So I remember there was this big war in the South, series of skirmishes, series of wars. So right now, we are a little bit peaceful except for this IS in Marawi. But overall, because the MILF, MNLF, and the Bangsamoro are looking forward to the success of the BBL as a feather in the cap, so to say, of Duterte. But I don't even consider that as feather. I just consider that as what is needed after long decades of injustice.
Okay. Why do you think the administration is not campaigning to let the people know to get behind the BBL?
Alam mo, I've been writing articles on that. The president is alone. In fact, mag-iisa lang siya. Karaming ideas na nangyayari. Pero the president has a problem with his own, his own staff. Kalat. There has to be a certain modicum. That's why in my articles in Manila Times, I wanted the president to understand that he cannot go it alone. He needs the help. He needs the help of a good staff who can speak truth to power, who can tell the president in his face, Mr. President, this is not right, or this is right, or what you're doing is not right, or is not good. See, we need to have people like that to tell him.
But if you cannot take criticism, you'll have a problem. We have to pause for a few reminders, but we'll be right back.